Hey everybody, this is Darwin Reina. I'm the Festival Director of Hospitalejo International Film Festival, and today we have a very special guest, a great filmmaker from Canada. It's Dylan Duff. How are you, man? How you doing?
Hey, I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Good, buddy. So you wrote this film, you shot it yourself, you acting on it. I mean, you have so many talents. Tell us about what was the idea of Perspective, which is your film. What do you wrote? What do you write this film?
So that's a great question. Basically, it was just right after the whole pandemic started, and I was not doing a heck of a lot, and I was like, what can I do? And I was thinking, and I decided like it'd be great if I could write a short film that I could actually like shoot at like around this time, get it done. And I was watching a master class actually by Jodie Foster, and she mentioned something about a film that she was working on where like a mother had been in prison and then like her son went to the hospital or something, and then there's like a whole story. It was a really cool story, and I was like, that's an interesting dynamic between like a kid and a parent, and the parent had been in prison and stuff. So I was like, what can I do with that? So I decided to write Perspective and see where that went.
Where's the idea coming from? It's like a personal idea, or was something that you just say, okay, I'm gonna create this. How was it? How was it for that?
Yeah, so it wasn't based on anything in my real life. Like it was just sort of an idea that
Mhm.
just like sort of popped up in my head, and then I decided to move forward with it and write it and create it. Yeah.
How long did it take for you to write it?
It
Um,
took like about a week, I think, for me to write it
cool.
ish. Yeah.
Well, and then the production time, how long was it shooting? Like how many days or week?
Yeah. Yeah, it took a lot longer to shoot it. We
Yeah.
had a few problems and things, so it took like a few months to shoot it actually. So, yeah.
I mean, you're doing pretty good with this film, Dylan, right? You've been in festivals all over the place, winning stuff. Congratulations on that. How about the
Thank you.
post-production? The post-production was a long process or was it easier? What was the most difficult process, the production, or the post? Which one you think was the hardest?
I'd say that post-production was probably the hardest. Even though like actual production took a few months, post-production, when I got into post and I started editing it, I realized that I didn't have all the right like audio and stuff. The audio was actually really bad, and I was like, oh shoot, what am I gonna do with this now? So I tried to send it to like a post-production company, um, and see what they could do, and the response was that my film was going to need a lot more work and probably like reshoots before it was even ready for post-production. So that was like yikes a bit. And at that point, the film was actually 30 minutes long, which
Mhm.
was much too long. So then I took it and I like chopped it up and like reorganized it and created this new story in it, which I actually ended up liking better, which is kind of funny. And then I did some ADR and, you know,
Mhm.
fix the audio and
Wow.
yeah.
So you were acting as well there, right, Dylan? How do you do that? I mean, it was a camera right next to you, or was you like you say action and then you go back to your place? How was the how do you manage that?
Yeah, it was definitely an interesting experience. It was pretty difficult to do both at the same time. So I would frame the shot and I would set everything up, and then I'd press record and then sort of like run in front of the camera and then be like action and start acting. So it was interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I'm an actor as well, and I'm directing more now, and it's very difficult. I avoid anymore. Acting and direct is hard. So, and what about the music? How do you work with the music? Do you have an idea before you start shooting, or you get that idea when you assemble the whole thing and you say, "Oh, I like this sounds here." How's your approach for that?
I did have some songs in mind when I was in pre-production. Like after I wrote it and before I started shooting, I was like, ooh, I was like listening to music and trying to figure out what would work well with the film. And then I don't think I used any of the songs that I thought would be good, because then I went in and I actually made the film. And then after doing that, I realized oh, there's a bit of a different vibe than I thought. So I just watched it, and then I was like, this fits here. So that's how I chose the music.
When do you decide it was the master, you know, the final cut? How do you decide that?
It was really difficult. I had like probably like 10 different cuts of the film at one. Like I just couldn't figure it out. And yeah, it's pretty difficult. Editing, I don't think is like my strong suit. And it's really, like you said, it's really hard to look at it and be like, okay, this is good. And I don't think I ever really felt that it was good. I still don't think it's good. So I just sort of went to the part where I was like, okay, it's fine, I guess. And then, yeah, that's pretty much what happened.
So are you coming to see us in Spain or not? We need to show this film in Spain, buddy. Are you coming or not?
I really would love to, and I really hope I can. It depends on like the whole COVID stuff. So if it gets better by then, absolutely, I can't wait to come.
Thank you very much. Hope to see you in Barcelona. You will have fun, all right? And then we can have a few drinks together, and you can be more friends of mine and having a good time, okay? Thank you for sharing your experience with us. All right, Dylan?
Thank you so much.
Everybody, see you.